Another Chicago university dealing with a student protest over the war in the Middle East. This time it is DePaul in Lincoln Park.
CBS 2 political reporter Chris Tye is live with more on demands from demonstrators and how the university is handling what can be a delicate issue. Chris?
Very delicate, Jim and Marie. Less than 24 hours after the tents went down at Northwestern University in Evanston, the tents went up here at DePaul University in Lincoln Park. The demands very similar. Protesters here, as we saw up at Northwestern and the University of Chicago, the centerpiece of which is how the university invests its endowment money.
Hey, DePaul, shame on you!
Just after 10 a.m., the tents popped up and the voices got louder. Here, around the quad at DePaul's Lincoln Park campus.
The DePaul student body does support Palestine. Our problem is with administration, but as you can see, most of DePaul supports us. The students are on our side.
The school says this encampment violates a variety of university policies, but like many colleges around Chicago and the country, they continue. DePaul's leadership saying in a statement, "We hope to establish a dialogue with the DePaul community members who are leading the protest. Our first hope is that we can find a way to turn this pain into productive dialogue and action that leads to positive change." What changes are being called for exactly?
The biggest hope is that DePaul publishes their investment portfolio and makes that public.
But there's much more. They want DePaul to divest from companies profiting from the occupation of Palestine. They want DePaul to call for a ceasefire, as Chicago city leaders have. They want the university to eliminate study abroad trips to Israel that they say discriminates against Palestinians, and to end research and collaboration with Israeli universities that develop weapons that murder Palestinians.
This is a testament to our community and our strength in numbers.
Students say this protest will continue until all demands are met. As for why they decided to launch this call to action now,
It's not always strategic to rush into an action that maybe you don't feel prepared for. So it was just a matter of strategy and, gathering the right tools in order to pull this off as successfully as they have.
this event has gotten louder and larger in the 7 hours since it began. About an hour ago, there was a group of counter-protesters that made their way onto the quad that came and went without too much friction. And Jim and Marie, we asked university administrators whether or not they have begun a dialogue with these protesters, as we saw was the key to bringing that agreement to a conclusion up at Northwestern. They did not have an answer to that question immediately. For now, live in Lincoln Park, Chris Tye, CBS 2 News.
Chris, thank you.